Ani Ma'amin. I believe. It is a book written by somebody who tells stories of belief in Auschwitz and in all the camps and in the ghettos. And by the way, somebody talked to me a few days ago about when we were in Warsaw, the Warsaw Rebellion, that there were very, very few rebellions. And Jews did not demonstrate tremendous heroism in their resistance. And we talked about why that's probably true, not probably, it's definitely true. It's impossible to resist. And somebody said, but there was another kind of heroism. And that's the heroism that David was just talking about. The heroism of people who refused to give up their belief and their hope in the face of utter darkness and impossibility. One of those examples is a Seder in Auschwitz. A Seder that was conducted without matzah because there was no matzah. There was a piece of bread and they made believe it was matzah. It was a Seder that was without any kind of wine because there was no wine available. But it was a Seder that those who knew the Haggadah could say the Haggadah and could sing the songs of the Haggadah. And no song was sung more lustily than the last song at the Seder, which is Chad Gadya. And there was a reason for it. Because Chad Gadya is actually a symbolic song that speaks about all of the suffering of the Jewish people through the centuries, from the Babylonians, from the Syrian Greeks, from the Romans, and so on. The Gedi is the Jewish people, the little goat. And then comes a cat, which bites the Gedi. And then comes a dog, which bites the cat. And then comes a stick that hits the dog. And it's all references to nations that have hurt us. And the ultimate is the Malach HaMaves, the angel of death that's going to take all of us at one point. And the angel of death was in Auschwitz every minute of every day. And they sang the song, and when they came to Ve'osa HaKadosh Baruch Hu, V'shachat L'malach HaMaves. And then came God, and he slaughtered the angel of death. That was the crescendo of their song on a Seder night in Auschwitz. Elie Wiesel, if you read Night, the first page of Night, it says, he looked at the smoke and he looked at the fire, and it was I think Erev Rosh Hashanah night, and he said, it has destroyed my faith forever. And I heard him speak once. And he spoke about what happened when they were liberated from Buchenwald. He said, the first thing we did was we davened mincha. So after the speech, I went over to him because we have a close relationship. He actually helped me to design my doctoral dissertation, my book. And I said, I don't understand what you just said. That the first thing you did after the liberation was you daven mincha. it says in night that the experience that first night in Auschwitz killed your belief. He looked at me, he said, what does one thing have to do with the other? He said, my belief was shattered, but we didn't miss a day without putting on tefillin in Auschwitz. Viktor Frankl would say that capacity to have something you believed in, even if you couldn't believe anymore in God, but you believed in tefillin, and you believed in prayer, and you believed in doing a mitzvah, a holy act, that was enough to give you the strength to survive and to actually even be an Elie Wiesel.